I would like to talk to you tonight about the power of a vision. I take you on a journey. 1994, this 7-year-old boy was playing outside one day, and he noticed that he had developed a bump under his arm. He was playing around. For the first day, he told his father, he said, I can't put my arm down. And he was, most fathers, when their boy come up and tell you, he's like, go out and play, ain't nothing wrong with you. So he came back the next day and he told his grandmother, who was his caretaker at the time, he said, I can't put my arm down, it kind of hurts right here when I run and play. So she eventually took him to the hospital in St. Mary's in Athens, Georgia, and they found out that he had early signs of Hodgkin's lymphoma, cancer. Now, that little boy, at 7 years old, he didn't really know he was sick. He would play. He just kept asking his grandmother, why can't I go outside and play? He couldn't jump on the trampoline like the rest of the kids. He couldn't go outside because his body was always hurting. He was shaking because he had chills all the time from the chemotherapy. And a lot of pain. This child just kept, I don't understand. I can't see myself as sick. Most kids, when you have cancer and you're going through chemotherapy and radiation, you lose your hair. This child didn't even lose his hair when he was going through chemotherapy. So he kept looking outside and he would wonder why my grandmother would say, because this guy is me, he would say, no, you can't go outside like the rest of the kids. We have to keep you inside and you have to take these 14 bottles of pills and things like this and take shots in your arm. But that kid kept visualizing himself. He said, I'm not sick. And, that same grandmother, that woman today, she tells him all the time, you are a living testimony. You should share your story. And as he goes throughout life, he just hears that voice in his head from her saying that you can be anything that you want to be in this world if you visualize yourself doing it. So as he goes throughout this world, he says, as a little child, he was 7 years old, he would dance in front of the television, mimic TV shows and things of that nature, and recite. One of the things he liked to recite to his grandmother and make her laugh all the time was the movie Friday. So as he would recite the movie to her, and the first scene with John Witherspoon is actually talking in the first scene, and he just kept reciting it to his grandmother, and she would laugh every time he said it. And he told her, he said, Grandma, one day I'm going to take care of you. One day I'm going to do something, and I'm going to be on the television, and I'm going to take care of you. And it's funny how you see that, you think back on your life, and you're like, man, now I've actually been on this episode of Banshee where I was on TV, and I'm actually taking care of my grandmother. It starts for a thought, a vision. And as a coach today, this is my first year coaching high school football, I see a lot of kids around 14, 15, 16-year-old, and they living in poverty-stricken environments. I actually have one kid who we went to his house, and he's struggling with his grades. We've been in school, 2 months now. He had 6 Fs in his classroom. And we were asking the child, what's going on, trying to mentor him and see what's happening. He says, I can't see myself out of this situation that I'm in. So as coaches, we often tell the players to look and visualize themselves making a play. Visualize themselves being the difference maker in this game. So my question to you is, what are you visualizing in your life to make a difference in this world? Anything that you have placed in your mind to do, and you have that in the inner part of you that's keep egging at you, that's your vision. Are we working the vision? Are you working your vision? The first thing you have to do with your vision is invest in your vision. By investing in your vision, I'm an actor. I began when my wife, actually, we were in college the first time I did my audition. And we were I said, I gotta do something. I gotta create my own way. Because sometimes we have to create our own opportunities. Opportunity is not just gonna come to you at all times, so you have to create an opportunity. So I said, okay, well, Tyler Perry's having this little talent search. And I'm gonna just do some kind of monologue. I just did an Antoine Fisher monologue, and then an agent actually saw this monologue. And she called me into the office and I auditioned for it, and then I signed with the agent. But it all started from a thought, a vision. So as we end, you gotta trust the process as well with the vision. We're gonna go through things in our lives that make us doubt our vision. But you have to trust no matter what you go through. Like when that little boy he was 7 years old with cancer, he kept telling himself, I'm not sick. I'm not sick. I used to sing, my grandmother raised me in church, so when I was younger, I was in the hospital in bed, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I kept saying, fix it, Jesus, just like you said you would. Kind of spiritual songs, she just kept saying it. Fix it, Jesus, just like you said you would. And she would sit over there and cry. I didn't understand why you crying. Why you crying, Grandma? I'm not sick. Now look, and she laughs about it to this day, even though at 75 years old, she actually has dementia right now. And she tells me now, I'm not sick. So as we trust the process, we have to begin to work our vision. What are you doing? You've already invested in yourself. If you're an actor, you're taking acting classes. You're sending headshots off. You're doing anything like that to invest in your vision. The next thing you do is you work the vision. Now you begin to go out and work your vision. How do I work my vision? I don't know how to work my vision. You work your vision by, now that you've invested, you go out and you start doing the vision. Okay, I don't have the biggest money. I don't have most money in the world if I want to be an actor and all that type of stuff. Well, we have this thing now. If you've seen these Instagram people, they're Instagram comedians now. They'll make you laugh in 50 seconds. We have the world in our hand now with our cell phone. We have movies that are being filmed off of iPhones. So we have the technology that we have today helps us invest and work our vision. So my question to you today is, are you doing everything in your power to work your vision? Thank you.